In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the different ways ProductCart merchants can locate orders in their store's control panel. Well, one of the simplest ways, of course, is if it's a recent order, like an order placed today or within the last day or two, depending on the order volume in your store, it's going to show up here under most recent orders in just on the home page of your control panel. So that's a quick and easy way to locate recent orders. But if you have a high volume of orders, or you want to find an order, say, that was placed last week or last month, or because a customer contacts you about something, or you can't remember some of the details about an order that perhaps a customer has inquired about, there are other ways to find orders in the storefront as opposed to just looking at the orders that show up on the home page. Most of those methods are found right here under the orders menu where it says locate an order. Um, you click on that and it takes you to the locate an order page, which gives you a number of different options for finding orders in the storefront. You can search for them by date range and several different variables. Probably the handiest is, again, if you're a high volume store, you can view today's orders so that you can just work on those. As you can see here, um, we've gotten just one order today because this is a demo store. So it's not exactly a high volume store, but you can also search for orders by date. So we can go back to, say, well, let's scroll back um, to sometime in 2022 and take a look there. And then you set your date range. If there are any other statuses on the order, you want to find maybe a pending order that you forgot to process or something like that, you can select one of these check boxes. You can also select different variations of the payment status. In this case, we're going to look for all of them. So we just click the button that says Search Orders, and that will show you that, again, this being a demo store, not much in the way of orders here. Um, you can also search for orders from other areas in the storefront. For instance, if a customer contacts you and they don't remember all the details about an order, but they remember that they placed an order, you can look up the customer and then search for their order history from the control panel. In this case, let's go to locate a customer here, and we'll just search. No, let's just view our last 10 customers here that we can find, and we're going to pick one of them here. And from their customer details page in the customer, you see a link up at the top here that says View Orders. And if you click that link, you get a list of all the orders the customer has placed in the storefront. And it paginates, so there's no date range search or anything like that. It just shows you all of the orders that the customer has placed. Another method for finding orders in the storefront is to locate. You can locate an order just if you know the order number. Perhaps a customer contacts you and says, "Hey, I placed order number blah blah blah. Last week. Can you find out what the status is, or can you look up? I don't remember what I put in it, and I lost my confirmation email or whatever." That's another way that you can um, locate orders. Is you can find orders by the order number. Um, it's also one of the things that uh, you can view orders that have been archived. You can also view incomplete orders, which sometimes is an important process. Incomplete orders show up in the storefront when a customer abandons a cart. It's recorded as an incomplete order. That happens for any reason. Also, it happens in instances where a customer has tried to place an order and for whatever reason, uh, their payment has failed. That shows up under incomplete orders. So if their credit card gets declined, or there's a communications error with one of their alternative payment methods like PayPal or something like that, and their payment process does not complete, then those show up under incomplete orders. I don't know. I don't think there are any incomplete orders in this demo store. We'll go back through the process here and search and see what shows up there. See if any of them show up. But yeah, as you can see, there are no incomplete orders in this store. But that's that's another handy place to look, is to see if there are incomplete orders, because sometimes a customer will contact you and say, hey, I think I placed an order, or I placed an order last week and I haven't heard anything back. And perhaps unknown to them, their payment failed, or for whatever reason, and it's landed in an incomplete order. We've had instances of merchants reporting where that's happened. An order has failed, and for whatever reason, the customer either didn't pay attention to the notification, or there was an error and they didn't see the notification, and their order ended up incomplete, and it's not showed up anywhere else where the store administrator could process the order, or make additional inquiries from the customer for the order. But there are a lot of different ways in the storefront to search for orders. Typically, just as a good old-fashioned locate an order search is the best way to do it. But depending on the information you have on hand, you can find it from the order number, you can find it by the order date, you can find it by the customer. ProductCart provides a lot of functionality to help merchants find orders in the storefront and keep things moving for their customers.